Today, we are finally talking about it. We are talking about a device that can switch from a console to a handheld. Today, we are talking about the Razer's Edge, or the Razer Edge, and the Nintendo Switch. Hello and welcome to Food for Thought. And today, I'm going to do my best to animate with the old software. So that means everything's going to be traveling in straight, predictable lines. Other than that, we're talking about the NX. The Nintendo Switch. And instead of adding some hype noise, that noise that is just general excitement, and yes, I am very excited, we're going to actually contribute to the discussion on how the system might perform in the market. That's right, we're going to be analyzing things and looking back at the Razer's Edge to get an idea of how the Switch might or might not succeed. So I'm not going too far out on a limb and saying that you guys might not actually know what the Razer's Edge is. And I don't blame you. The device was a commercial failure in a caliber worse than the Wii U, to be completely honest. You see, once upon a time, Razer decided we're going to make the world's most powerful laptop into a gaming tablet. And so they took the laptop and they just kind of stuffed it into a laptop enclosure, and that was the birth of the Razer's Edge. It was a powerful gaming tablet that could be docked and used like a handheld, or docked and used like a console, or docked and used like a computer. And it showed tons of promise. It was powerful enough to run games, it was critically acclaimed, and to be completely honest, it was an exciting system. I really wanted one, to be honest. But unfortunately, the device did fail, and before I was able to save up and buy one, the device was discontinued. So what does that mean for the Nintendo Switch? Does this mean that the Switch will fail? Not necessarily true. In fact, there are a number of things that caused the Razer's Edge to fail that we can look back at and see if Nintendo's already kind of corrected that. So for one, visibility. If you know who Razer is, then there's a good chance that you have something to do with PC gaming, or you are a PC gamer. A lot of console gamers really don't know who Razer is and what they stand for. And unfortunately, back when the Edge released, us PC gamers were an extreme minority in the gaming demographic. Number two would be portability. You see, although the device was a tablet, it wasn't that portable. Unfortunately, it suffered from having this massive Circle Pad Pro-like accessory for playing games on the go. This was its handheld iteration, and it was this massive plastic piece with a battery and everything in it. It extended the life of the device, but it was quite big. And then you also had this keyboard accessory that you could also bring with it. And so if you carried both the handheld portion and the keyboard portion around, you'd be carrying around these two massive accessories, only one of which could be attached to the tablet at any given time. Not only that, but the battery life completely sucked on the device when it was not plugged into any of its bases, which did charge it. Number three would be price. You see, the Edge was about $1,000 at the time, and that was the base model, and not even the Pro model, which I think had an additional $200 added to the cost. And that was also without any of the accessories like the controller boat, the keyboard, and the console dock, which were about $200 each at the time. That would bring it, if you went with the base model, to about $1,600 for the gaming tablet. And the average PC gamer would have just taken that $1,000 and invested it in a gaming laptop, which would have been about as portable at the end of the day as this device. And then finally, overheating. This device had a terrible temperature problem. After about a year of heavy use, the device would actually start to overheat, and this would actually cause a lot of people to not buy the device, including myself for holding off on it until the next generation to see if maybe it would get better. I can understand stuffing, actual laptop parts at that time into a tablet form factor was not really a good idea, but at the same time, I thought it was really cool. And the overheating problem ended up killing the system because it started getting bad reviews from customers, and once that happens, things start to really go downhill. Now, that all being said, does the Switch improve on any of these things? Well, in short, yes. To answer number one, the Switch is actually Nintendo's most viewed trailer on their channel. That's impressive, speaking because there's a lot to view on that YouTube channel. On top of that, I kind of reached out and interviewed a couple of different demographics within the gaming community. Everything from casuals to hardcores. And I found that it's overwhelmingly positive, and there's a large amount of people who have seen it, and if they haven't seen it, one look at the system is enough to entice them. And it was so amazing that I saw someone who they gamed back on the GameCube, they stopped gaming as much, and I showed them the device, and they were so excited that they tried to figure out their budget to figure out how they were going to buy this device. And that is just amazing to see, because it means that this thing's generating hype, and just at first glance, people want it. Going into the portability factor, we already know that the battery might suck. There is a rumor about the battery sucking, and that would definitely be one of those things that would kind of not be as favorable. Hopefully we get at least like 4, maybe 5, 6 hours. I'm hoping for that much. I know it's pushing it. 3 hours is passable though, and that's where the rumor seems to be sitting. And there is a huge difference between the Joy-Con controllers and the Razer Boat, because although the Boat was massive, these Joy-Cons appear to be very, very small. Small enough to fit easily into your pocket, and if you've got a backpack like I normally carry around, pretty easily in there without kind of messing up anything, especially because I normally have my laptop on me. So it seems more portable than the Razer's Edge ever was. Plus, you have that really kind of convenient feature where you can use 2 Joy-Cons as 2 separate controllers and have essentially the world's most portable console gaming experience, like couch gaming experience, that I have ever seen. And I'm actually very excited about this feature because it means I can drag GamerGuts into it. Even though she keeps resisting, I will drag her into playing that thing. And on number 3, price. Now, the thing is, all we have is rumors, and the rumors are saying it's going to be about $300 for the base system. And if you want to add in the cost of a Pro controller, that's another $60. And maybe the Joy-Con dock thing might not come with the system, so I would assume another $60 for that, and that's even kind of stretching it, to be honest. So, we're looking at about $420. And if you add a game, that's another $60 or so, so about $480. Now, to be completely honest, I do not think that the price would actually get that high. But even if it does, that's only about 30% of the price of the Razer's Edge. And that means it's 70% cheaper than the Edge, meaning it's going to be way, way more appealing for what it does than that system. And then finally, overheating. Now, we can't quite confirm that the system won't overheat. I mean, this thing is gonna be pretty beefy, and its vents are right at the top. You can see that. There might be a fan in there. Probably not. It's probably passively cooled. Now, honestly, the Tegra chips are pretty impressive. They are amazing at what they do, and they are good at staying cool. Tegra 1 had an issue, but I don't think Tegra 2 ever did, and these are Tegra 3. So the next generation improved on the first, and I think it won't overheat. It's also very much possible that Nintendo won't let it overheat. It's one of those things where Nintendo has never really had a console that had a heating problem, so I don't think Nintendo would actually let the system overheat. So there you have it. That is why I think the Nintendo Switch will most likely outperform the Razer's Edge. It honestly improves on all of the mistakes that the hybrid system of the past made, and it honestly might be impressive to watch. I know I'm getting one day one, and I actually want to hear what you guys think in the comments section below. Will you be getting one of those? I'm getting it for Splatoon. But if it's between Splatoon and Mario Kart, I don't know, honestly. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for commenting and spending some time to watch my Nintendo Switch video. Wolfie, out.